I have people come to me and say, all of a sudden my spouse turns their phone down all the time. Used to, they just put their phone anywhere, and if it went off, it went off. Now my spouse turns the phone down.
Yeah.
And now they won't let me see it. Now when my spouse gets a text, they go outside to respond. I've had people say, I found a hidden text app on their phone. So there's apps that you can get that hides behind other apps.
And welcome back to another episode of True Stories from a Real Private Eye. I'm your host, Vinnie Coppola. With me, as always, is Lynn Lambdin, a real private investigator right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks once again for coming back, each and every one of you. We so appreciate it every week. And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, we appreciate you as well. Thanks for giving us a shot. Lynn, what do you got for us this week?
Well, Vinny, something interesting, I hope.
Hey, listen, always interesting for me. That's why I'm here every week.
How have you been this week, Vinny?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Things are starting to look up. So
and the weather's looking good.
And the weather's really nice right now. I hope it stays like this, but we know it won't.
That's right. Well, when you live in the area that we live in, Vinny, if you don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes.
That's right. That's what they say. Yeah.
And it does takes about 20 minutes and it'll change. Yeah. Well, Vinny, this week I done a lot in my early career. I done a lot of cheating cases. And even to this day, I still do quite a few cheating cases. And a lot of spouses comes to me and says, this is what makes me think they're cheating. So I thought that I would go over a few of those things and talk about a few things that people has brought to me, and maybe somebody will go, my spouse is doing that.
All right. So this is a how-to episode.
How to? Well, if you want to look at it that way.
How to catch your spouse. Yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite, and I've had this come to me many, many times. I've had undergarments brought to me. I have a lab that knows me very well. That I take. No. It's a lab that you take. Anybody can use. You just have to pay the fee.
Okay.
And they will test things for you. And I have people come to me and say, I think my spouse is cheating. Can you check their undergarments and see if there's semen in it?
Okay.
I've done that. On. I wished I could count the number of times, Vinny.
Please tell me that they hand you the undergarments in a baggie or something.
Yes, they do. I'm not taking them otherwise.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's happened quite a bit. And I take them to the lab and I get them tested. And sometimes it comes back that, yes, it's semen. And then, of course, you have to do a DNA test. And on a couple of those times, it comes back that it was the husband. So the husband has to pay for the scientist at the lab to tell him that he had sex with his wife.
Yeah.
So that's always a good one. Yeah. And then there's times that it's come back that it's just said, no, this is, there's only one set of DNA here, and this belongs to the person that had the underwear on. So, and I've had people bring me hair samples and say, this is not my significant other's husband or wife's hair. Can you have it and see if it's a female or a male's hair? Yeah. And we've had that. And there's labs all around, especially here in Atlanta, that if you're willing to pay,
So these scientists can look at a piece of hair and determine whether it's from a female or a male's head?
Well, yeah, they take the DNA out of it, and they can tell if it's by the hormones or something, Vinny. I guess I don't know, but yeah, they can tell you if it's But the better yet, they can tell you if it belongs to you or your spouse, and if it doesn't, and you've got a long blonde hair on your shirt, and you take it to the lab, and your wife, and they said, well, it don't belong to you. Well, your wife's going to want an explanation to that.
Right.
So, and people's willing to pay it because you got to realize that divorces that I get involved with, they're not fighting over a trailer.
Yeah.
You know, they're fighting over millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Right.
So they're willing to go that extra mile, because if they can show that their significant other was cheating on them, that reduces the amount they have to pay them.
Right. Yeah.
So, or, you know, like let's say it's a woman that's a stay-at-home mother, and she can show that her husband's cheating. This increases the amount of alimony and child support.
Right.
So these are very important things. So they're willing to pay it.
Yeah.
And I had a guy bring me a glass table one day. He brought me a big round glass table. It had a butt print on it.
Oh, hilarious. Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
He got a divorce because the butt print was another man's butt print.
Another man's butt print was on the glass table.
It was the living room glass table, and he come home and it had a butt print on it, and he seen it and got suspicious, and he wanted to know whose butt print it was. So we took it to the lab, and they pulled the DNA off of it, and it what didn't belong to him, and it was a male's DNA on it, and then we figured out who the woman was cheating with, and so he divorced her.
Amazing. They can pull DNA off a butt print.
Yeah, well, you know, that's oil. That's your oil, skin oil.
Yeah, no, I get it. It makes sense. It's just some things you don't think about. Hey, how many times has someone approached you with a piece of hair and it turned out to be either the husband or the wife?
Oh, I haven't done hair that much, but it's happened probably 50% of the time.
Yeah, because I think at that point, if you're raking through the carpet for hair, you want a divorce already. You know what I'm saying?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Well, there's other signs. I mean, I have people come to me and say, all of a sudden my spouse turns their phone down all the time. Used to, they just put their phone anywhere, and if it went off, it went off. Now my spouse turns the phone down.
Yeah.
And now they won't let me see it. Now when my spouse gets a text, they go outside to respond. Or somebody I've had people say, I found a hidden text app on their phone. So there's apps that you can get that hides behind other apps. And really? and spouses have actually found these on their phone.
Really? So it's a decoy app.
It's a decoy app, yeah. Huh. So the app may say it's a recipe app.
Yeah.
And whatever sequence you program in, you hit that sequence and hit unlocks it, and now it's a texting app. And then you send a text, and then when you're done, whatever you do to make it come back as a recipe app, and when your spouse walks in the room, you're going, you want some chicken Marcello, honey?
Yeah. Holy cow, man. This cheating thing is a
billion dollar industry, Vinnie.
$1 billion industry, but not just that. I mean, but the tools. I mean, it's like James Bond with these cheaters.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Just leave the bitch. I mean, just holy cow, just leave. I mean, what are you getting apps for? I mean,
yeah, exactly. If you have to hide.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to live like that? Sneaking around and.
You know the best thing about my relationship with my wife?
What?
I don't have to hide anything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, same here. I mean, I think I mentioned it last week. I can hand my wife my phone. Here, go ahead, look up whatever. What do you want to look up? Look it up. I don't care.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have to hide anything. I don't have to hide anything. Nothing. There's nothing in my life that I have to hide from my wife. That is the best part of my relationship with my wife.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone would want to live like that. I mean, listen, I was back when I first moved here, it was in the 2000s. I was dating a girl, and I was working the road a lot. So I would leave, and she started living with me, like, I don't know, about like a year into this relationship. You know, I said, hey, just come on, live with, you can live together. I loved her. You know, I thought I loved her. And I remember one time I'm coming back from the road and I'm driving home and I'm just going, oh God, she's there, you know? And I remember thinking as I'm driving home, I go, I shouldn't be miserable driving to my own home.
That's right.
You know, I shouldn't be feeling that way. I'm a grown man. I was in my 30s. I'm in my 30s. You know, I got my whole life ahead of me, and I'm dreading walking into my own home.
Yep.
I broke up with her literally, right after that. As soon as I made that realization, I go, this isn't right. This isn't, you know.
Yeah. Time to go. Yeah.
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 I just sneaking around, buying apps, hiding behind apps.
Yeah. God bless them. Looks like a miserable life to me, but and another thing that a lot of people come to me and say, all of a sudden my wife has a lot of girls' nights out. You know, I'd like for you to follow her on these girls' nights out. Or they'll say, a woman will say, all of a sudden my husband is taking a lot of trips with his buddies to go hunting, or they're all of a sudden hanging out at the pool hall a lot, shooting a lot of pool, or can you go find out what's going on?
This episode is brought to you by Simple Funding LLC. For all of your pre-settlement funding needs, contact Simple Funding LLC to receive your money promptly. They're a customer-centric legal funding company that provides exceptional funding solutions at affordable rates. Simple Funding covers a diverse range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, worker compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and more. They recognize that life goes on and you need to access your funds immediately, which is why they offer clients a swift and efficient process with minimal documentation requirements. For more information, visit simplefundingllc.com or contact them directly at 678-855-6232.
And a lot of times, Vinnie, you'll find out that is just a ruse. And you'll be surprised, Vinnie, how many times that a guy's or a girl's friends will cover and lie for them.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. They'll say, oh, you and so-and-so were out Friday night. Yes, we were. Yeah. What'd you guys do? And they'll make up a whole big story. You know, you'll be surprised, because I've actually called the covers and tried to get them to blow their cover, knowing that they wasn't where they said they were, because I followed you Friday night. I followed him Friday night. I knew he wasn't with you. Yeah. I got video of where he's at, but you're lying to me.
Right.
You know, and the reason that we do that is so that when we put him on the stand, we can impeach him.
Right.
Because we'll play the video for him, we'll let him lie on the stand, and then we'll play the video, and then we'll play the recording, and then we'll say, now you want to tell the truth?
Yeah, right.
Now he's not worth a crap as a witness.
See, that's another thing right there. You're sneaking around. You're buying apps. you're buying decoy apps, and you're inventing these stories with people. Yeah, it's just, who wants to live like that? That's just either leave the person, you know. Well, really, I don't see any other choice. You got to leave the person, you know.
Yeah.
But they prefer the sneaking around, and unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And another one that I found not so, well, it just depends. But, they'll say my significant other one started working out all of a sudden. They all of a sudden wanted to get in shape. You know,
and he's not making any gains. He's not.
they'll really be working out. But the problem is it doesn't really. That one I've not found so much being related to cheating. I mean, sometimes it is, anything can be related to cheating, but not all the time. Sometimes people just want to get healthy.
Yeah.
That one is kind of when people call me up with that one, I'm just like, well, if that's all you got, that's not really,
Yeah.
That's not really, now, but you add that one to the mix, Vinny. Now you got to go work out. You got a girlfriend. You got a girlfriend. You got to have a nap. You got to make up a story. And then you have to go to the gym.
And you got to buy decoy apps.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Too much. Too much for me, man. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Me too. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable, Vinny. And you also be surprised at some of the stories I've heard, and these are kind of obvious ones, but they'll say, I found a birthday card in the car for a woman and it wasn't my birthday. Or I found a birthday card in a car for a man and it wasn't my husband, it wasn't my birthday.
Yeah.
Or I found
receipts,
a gift.
I'm sure receipts.
Oh, receipts are huge, Vinny. They'll say I found a receipt for a dinner for two at this restaurant, or they'll say, well, I think it was for two. It was for this amount. At this restaurant, couples go to.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably a pretty good sign. Depending on what the restaurant. If it's a Longhorn restaurant, maybe. But if it's a Fogo de Chão, then you're probably taking a date.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and you'll just, and one of the bigger ones is my spouse stopped having sex with me, just stopped.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden stopped. That's a big sign.
Right.
We find that unless there's some kind of reason for it, that's probably a really good indication that your significant other's getting it somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I knew somebody, buddy. I'm not going to mention a name. I'm not even going to mention the relationship I had with this human being. But he was dating a girl who stopped having sex with him. And that went on for 9 months. 9 months, this chick was just, enjoying the dating, enjoying the dinners, because, I was a very generous dude, enjoying the flowers and the, he spent buckets of money on her, but she just stopped having sex with him. I told him, I said, dude, when a chick stops having sex with you, she's cheating on you, because in their head, that's how they rationalize it.
Yeah.
In their head, they rationalize it like, well, I'm not having sex with him anymore, so I'm only having sex with him, so I'm not really cheating. Yeah. That's how they rationalize it.
Yep.
And he was like, no, man, you don't understand. No, I'm like, okie dokie. But 9 months, a week. You get a week. I'd let a week slide.
Yeah. That's a.
I mean, back then, I'm talking about me in my 20s. This is me in my 20s.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When you're married, it's a whole different story. But I'm talking about when you're a single guy.
Well, when you're married and
you're dating someone and you're in your 20s.
Yeah, that don't happen.
A week.
A week.
You're like, hey, baby, I got to move on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a big one, Vinny. I agree with you. That's a big one.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's yeah. If a man or a woman came to you and said, listen, my husband, my wife, they won't have sex with me anymore. There's always an excuse. There's always, they always got a reason why. Yeah. I that's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. I would never tell a client, oh, they're definitely cheating on you. But I would say, that's definitely something worth looking into. We need to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, Vinny, I have people come to me that's already got the proof that's saying, look, I snuck a recording into my wife's, bedroom when I was out of the state for a week and on business, and this is what I got. I can't use this in court. I need you to get me something.
Right.
You'd be shocked at what people do to catch their spouse. I mean, illegal stuff, but and then their attorneys go, well, you can't use that. That's illegal. You'll get in trouble. And so they'll come and hire me to go get something legal.
Yeah.
So it's just.
So wait a second. So it's illegal for me to leave a recording device in my bedroom.
In the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
It's a one-party consent state.
Oh, I remember you mentioned this. Yeah, refresh everybody's memory.
So that means that one party involved in the conversation can record.
Right.
So that you are not allowed to record anything that you're not involved in.
Right. Okay.
So you're not allowed to leave a recording in your own bedroom and record your wife talking to somebody else if you're not involved.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now that's
how do you say it? Inadmissible.
Inadmissible in court. Yeah.
Yeah. Inadmissible in court. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, no, you're saying it right.
Okay.
And then now some states it's illegal to record another party and under all circumstances.
Even if you mention, hey, I'm recording this?
Well, I mean, I guess it's an all-party consent state.
Okay.
So if everybody knows it's being recorded, then you can record.
Okay.
But I guess I'm saying it wrong. It's illegal to secretly record someone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Even if you know you're doing it and they don't. But in the state of Georgia, it's a one-party consent. Okay. And so you have to be sure what your state's law is.
Yeah.
So you can just go to any, AI, and they'll probably be able to answer you very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But people do it all the time. Matter of fact, I will direct people to the website where they can get that recording equipment to do it at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And GPS units.
Is it expensive stuff?
Nah, you can get it for less than a couple $100.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and GPS recording, GPS tracking systems. I help people get those all the time. Now, I'm not involved in them tracking or recording. I just tell them where to get the equipment. What they do with their own business.
What is the GPS tracking thing? Is that like a little device that you put somewhere on their person or something? And
their car.
Their car.
Yeah. So basically, the GPS tracking unit, and then you get a case for it, and you put it in this little case, and it's got real strong magnets on it, and then you just reach up under the car somewhere and stick it, and then you can follow them wherever they go.
Yeah.
Just follow them on the phone.
See, I got to know all this stuff because Sonny's going to be 16 in 8 years. And these teenagers are going to turn off their phone, so I can't use that. So,
well, you know how to handle that.
I'm going to high tech track this kid.
You tell him, you say, if you turn off the tracking on your phone, you don't go anywhere. You stay home.
Yeah.
That way I know where you're at.
Yeah.
I told my kid that. And you know what he done?
What?
He downloaded an app to make it look so he could put it wherever he wanted me to think he was at.
They got those, huh?
They got those. Yep. They sure do.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates, voted the best law firm by the American Institute of Trial Lawyers. When life hits you hard with a serious injury, don't let insurance companies hit you harder with lowball offers and endless runaround. You deserve justice. You deserve compensation. You deserve to win. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates have a high-powered legal team with a nationwide reach and the highest rating on the National Attorney Rating Service. Trial Magazine calls them one of the most influential law firms in America. They win big. Big results at trial court, appeals court, the state Supreme Court, and are recognized as award-winning litigators of the year. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates handle everything so you can heal. Don't face this battle alone. The aftermath of an accident is traumatic enough. Medical bills pile up, pain overwhelms, emotions run high, and that's where they step in to shoulder the legal fight while you focus on what truly matters, your recovery. They are the first law firm to offer a bigger settlement guarantee. If they can't beat the amount of your current settlement with a bigger settlement offer, your legal fees are free. Ready to win your case? Find out in one phone call if you have a case and how much your case is really worth. Call the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates today at 1-888-477-0597 or visit them online at becauseyouwanttowin.com.
How did you find out that was going on?
Because my wife leaves no stone unturned.
Yeah, of course not. She's Italian. Yeah.
She goes, she found it on his phone and figured it out. And yeah, she sure did. But yeah, they do have them, Vinny. See, it's good to have a wife and a kid. They figure all this stuff out for you.
Yeah, I love it. I love that she did that. That's great.
Yeah, but she figured it out. But you're right. I think it's the Italian in her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But she,
Italian women, I'm telling you, man, watch out.
Yeah. She figured it out. But and she knew where he was at when he was trying to hide from her.
Did he get in trouble?
Well, you know he got in trouble, Vinny.
Yeah.
You know my wife. You know she don't put up with that BS.
Yeah, I know. It's great, man.
Yeah. She got him pretty good.
I didn't know this guy. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know these decoy apps existed. I didn't know.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's Vinny. There's all kinds of stuff out there. There's apps that you can hide your pictures of your significant other in. That's also a decoy app.
Oh. So if you have compromising pictures of your wife or something like that, and you want to keep it on your phone, you put it in a decoy app so no one.
Yes. Or if you have let's say you have just not compromising positions, photos, but let's just say you have pictures of your significant other, of you and her at, I don't know, the river together. Well, you can't let those on your phone because your wife may find your significant other one. So you just put them in the decoy app.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So and my wife showed me that app.
I had no idea, man.
Vinny, it's unbelievable. I'm telling you, the things that people will bring you and show you when you're in my business will just blow your mind.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable, Vinny. It's shocking.
Yeah.
I had no idea of the way that people catches their significant other cheating.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. And you wouldn't believe how careless people get. The husband will say, I'm going, I'm leaving honey to go out of town. He'll go down the street and park his car and come back and look in the window. And 30 minutes later, here comes the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or a girlfriend. It doesn't matter. I mean, men and women are the same. They don't care. You know, I've I had a guy come to me, and I had a girl come to me because her husband come home with lipstick on his underwear.
Oh God. Yeah.
That's how she caught him.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that, Vinny.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you come home with lipstick on your underwear?
Yeah, really. Really.
I mean, wouldn't you tell your wife you crapped yourself and throw your underwear away?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, better not bring these home. I better. What can I say? Aha. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It wouldn't be that hard.
No. And with my gastrointestinal problems, that would be a very believable thing. Yeah, that would be a very believable thing. Have you ever cheated? I've ever cheated and got caught?
Me?
Not on Chrissy. Not on your wife. Yeah.
No, I've just never been that kind of person. I just don't. That's not something I do. I just don't do that. It's just no. I've never cheated and got caught because I haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's just not my style.
Right.
You know. Have you?
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't always the good person I am now, Lynn.
You just never found the right person, Vinny.
That's well true. I was a creep, but to my credit, if I can make an excuse for myself, I never ever cheated before I knew that the relationship was over. So what I mean by that,
I know that. I know exactly what you mean.
The girl did something where I was like, you know, I felt either betrayed or lied to or was just a maniac, and I said, oh well, I am going to what's it called? I'm going to venture outward or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And one of those girls, nailed me dead to rights. It was sick. Yeah. Yeah.
Funny though, right?
It was kind of funny. What happened was
funny to us outside looking in.
Yeah. I was dating this girl, and I was I was living in a different city for a couple of months. I was living in a different city for a couple of months, and we were still seeing each other, and but it was a long distance relationship. And I had met a girl, and she was coming into town, and she was going to stay with me for the weekend. So I told this girl I was dating, I said, hey, because I'm a comedian. I said, hey, I'm going to do a cruise. I'm going to be gone for the weekend. I'm going to be out in the Caribbean doing a cruise. Okay. So, and the reason I picked a cruise was because, that way she can't call me. I'm on a boat.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was being smart, but anyway, I go to the weekend and everything. And I get home, and my dad goes. My dad, I'm talking to my mom and dad. And he goes, "Hey, I'm going to call her. I don't want to use names here.
Okay, well, say Karen. Karen's a popular name.
Karen, there you go. I'm going to go. Karen called the house and asked for your address. Your address." And I said, really? Did you give it to her? And he goes, yeah, I gave it. Why wouldn't I give it to her? And he goes, why does she want your? I go. He goes, why did? He goes, I go. Why did she want my address? And my dad goes, she's probably going to send you a pipe bomb. my dad's very funny. He goes, she's probably going to send you a pipe bomb. He knew what a nut she was, And I go, really? He goes, she wants to send you something. He goes, she wanted to send you something. And I go, really? Okay. Anyway, the next day she shows up at my door, just knocks on the door. Hey. And she wanted to see the plane ticket. Cause I have to take a plane to Tampa to get on the boat in Tampa. Cause that's what I told her I was doing. She goes, I want to see the plane ticket. I said, I don't have it anymore. And she goes, Vinnie, I want you to show me the plane ticket. And I said, I don't have it. And she goes, Vinnie, I called Sam. I'm just going to say Sam, who was the booker for Carnival at the time. She goes, I called Sam. She goes, I wanted to tell you that I loved you and I wanted to get a message to you. And Sam informed me that you weren't working this weekend. And I'm like, you bitch. The fact that she knew the name of the booker she literally called the cruise line, found this guy and said, I want to get a message to Vinnie, or she was just trying to look me up or something. Yeah. Nailed.
Did you have a talk? Was the girl there that you had coming up for the weekend?
No, she had already gone. My dad calls and says, Karen called.
Yeah.
I was like, that's odd. Why would she call the house? But yeah, she was,
and instead of calling you and confronting you, she drove 2 hours to see you.
Dude, she showed up with a limousine, and we got in a limousine. She had drinks and all this stuff. We drove around town. We were drinking, we were laughing, we were partying. We get back to the apartment. And that's what she goes, I want to see the plane ticket.
After all that. That is pretty funny.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
She was crazy. But yeah, man. Yeah, I was nailed.
So that wasn't the one that you dreaded to go see, is it?
No, that's another one. That was another one. Yeah, I've dated some winners.
Well, Vinnie, I think we all have at some point in our life.
Yeah.
There's I guess we all have our moments when we're crazy.
Yeah.
But some of them are a little bit more crazy than the other. I've met a couple of your crazy ones.
Oh yeah, I know you have. Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, I was trying to get one out of my house one time. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah, I was trying to get one out. She wouldn't leave. She would not leave. And I just like I get the hell out of my house, And then I walked outside and I called you. I said, Lynn, I go, can you pretend to be a police officer or something and threaten her or something and get her out of here? Because yeah.
Yeah, I remember. And she left.
Yeah. Yep.
Did she break anything on the way out?
No, but I think she broke something. Yeah, she broke something. She broke my Aunt Jenny gave me this jar of pennies, and they weren't worth anything. They were just pennies.
Yeah.
But it was from my Aunt Jenny, and she had passed away, and it was just this sentimental thing I had on the shelf.
Yeah.
And she, bang everywhere, and that was it. I was like, I get out of here. Just get out of here.
Time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't mean to, detract us from.
Oh no, that's a
podcast. But we're talking about cheating. I might as well.
Well, that's what it's about. That's what we're talking about. And, we all need a good laugh, Vinnie.
Yeah.
Even you can look back and laugh.
I can look back and laugh, and I can look back and see how pathetic I was.
Well, there's times in my life that I look back and go, man, I was pathetic at that point.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I'm ashamed. There's not of everything, of course, but there's part. There's things I've done in my life where I'm just like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we all.
Yeah. You ever been driving? You ever been driving in your thoughts, in your head, and then something comes back, like just this boom, it just comes back into your head, and it's a memory of something stupid you did, and you're just like, and you just cringe.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
No, I do that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. What was I thinking? What was that? And then you go away, thoughts, go away.
Yeah. I have those same things. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we all do, Vinnie.
Good.
we were all young at one time. We all did the young, stupid things. It happened.
Yeah.
So,
well, what did we learn today? I mean, I had no idea about decoy apps. I had no idea, but
yeah.
Hey, we hope you guys learned something too.
And we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we hope you had a good time, and thank you so much for being here. If you like goofball videos and stand-up comedy, check me out online. My website is vinnie.com, www.vinnie.com. All the links to all my social media are there. If you're looking for someone, need to surveil someone, need to serve papers, Lynn Lambdin is the best. Tell them your website.
LWIAS.com.
That's right. And thank you, Simple Funding and the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates, for sponsoring this episode once again. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next week.